Hey guys, today I'm going to be going over the Plano Edge terminal tackle box. You can see it here. You can see how I've already have this all filled up. A couple thoughts on it, things right off the get-go. The question that everyone's asking that, everyone would consider is, the reason you would buy this box is to prevent the tackle, the hooks from jumping out of the containers. And you can see here, I've had some time with this now to really see how well it works. And you can see here that they still do jump a little bit, but these are the bigger hooks. So let me fix this and we'll try again and kind of move it around and simulate what it would be like in a real environment. There we go, everything's in its place now. You can see that here. Everything's in place. Now let's shake this a little bit. Let's simulate it bouncing around. Alright, so you can see it does hold well. Everything is held well there. So starting on the outside of the box, things we notice is it's really nice. It's a really nice presentation. You can see here how I wrote the names across everything so I know what I'm looking at here. You can see also everything is organized well. It's not a mess. See here again, this is a 3700. It's a thin one. Very thin. Here I was able to label it terminal tackle. You can see here that same kind of latch that just pops open like that. Very easy. Now something I do want to say is this is still two-handed, and then once you put it down it becomes one-handed. And the first thing I want to point out is even though they market it as one-handed, to pull these out you kind of need to push a little bit there. And generally you are going to be pulling these pieces out. When you're pulling them out, the reason for that is primarily that you can't really open them without pulling it out. So take a look here. So there's that little latch thing here. Pops open just like that and closes. Now, you can see here that it's not super easy to do from here. I will say that these ones here, my drop shot, bullet weight, and flipping compartment, they're much easier. So, you just pop that open like that. Like so. Like so. Now, you can see here, it is really easy to organize, but, in terms of storage quantity, it's not as much as you would probably get with just using a 3700 box. I mean, I could take a few of these out, and it could change a little bit. You could probably get a little bit more in here. See, again, two hands. You could probably get more in. Now, something I want to notice here, guys, take a look at is, see these here? These go into these parts right here. So that's how it stays in place, too. And it can be a little fidgety sometimes, and I do notice that the walls do bend a little bit, too. In terms of what you get with the terminal tackle box to start with, I really like the weight boxes. Pull this out for you. So I use this one for drop shot. You can see here, these are the narrowest ones, and they fit really well. These are 1/8 ounces. I think these are 5/16, but they work great. Put this in here. Bullet weights works really well too, and then flipping, punching stuff works great. Now I did make the mistake of putting the leads in here into this to start. And it looks like the leads do dirty it up. So I prefer not putting those in there after learning that lesson. I'll show you a little closer. Yeah. And you see, if you don't get it in there, it will slide a little bit. So you do need to make sure that you get it actually in the slot. Now that's nice, that's nice and tight. So, other things to think about here is not everything's going to fit well. I mean, this is a drop shot, a punching drop shot weight. That'll fit in there, but I'd rather have the hooks in there. These aren't going to go anywhere. Other things to consider here is I do like some of these double ones here. So, for example, this one here, this is really nice. These are my drop shot hooks, and this holds them. These are things that pop out and slide out all the time in a normal tackle box. Also, as all the Plano Edges boxes come with, they come with a little water wicking capsule. I think it's just a silicone packet in there. Works pretty well. Other things to think about with this is that, again, it doesn't hold a lot, but it's all really well organized. And I really like how it looks too. The box isn't super light. That's something I want to bring out here, or at least let you guys know. Latch as well. Looks good on the other side. Excuse the dog hair. There you go. That's slipping through there a little bit. Coming up. I don't know why you guys can see that. But, other comments to make is this worth the $50 or so it costs? It is if you want really good organization. It is if you don't want these things slipping in and out and you want to maximize your time on the water. Is it worth it if you're just going out every once in a while or you don't really care about it looking organized? No. You can get away with a much cheaper box that can hold a lot more. If storage isn't an issue for you, then I would definitely get this. I fit it pretty nicely in my little backpack over there. If there's any questions, please leave them below. Happy to answer them for you. Take care.